got this set up down to a science.
That was fast today.
Yeah. I think, I better check before we actually do it, but I think we're on to question of the month, week or month 5. Yeah. So I was just saying that we're almost halfway through the season.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. What's going on here? No internet?
It's the stone wall.
Well, I guess regardless, we're doing it.
Yeah.
This one, I can't name this one Sniffles again, but I got another sinus infection, and you're probably going to hear me coughing and
wheezing a little.
Yeah, I probably sound very nasally. Or what's the opposite of nasally?
I don't know. That's a good question.
You ever notice that hole in the wall? You can see right into the room?
Down at the bottom?
No, up at the top.
Oh, no. I just noticed the one at the bottom, but now that I see that there is another one up there, too.
Yeah, like, my nose is stuffed, so I couldn't be nasally, right? Whereas nasally when your nose is stuffed, it's like...
I think it's
like anti-nasally.
Yeah, like antipasti.
Anti-pasta.
Anti-pasta.
Chris, I'll never forgive you for that.
Somebody we were talking to, he actually thought that was the pronunciation. Anti-pasta.
We won't hold it against you, Chris. Yeah, so I can't get onto our podcast thing. I don't know if it's our internet or their website, but we'll call this Question of the Month 5, episode 19 out of season 3.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, we better thank our sponsor, Hafla. Hafla offers a wide range of products and solutions for the woodworking and furniture-making industries, from hinges and drawer slides to connectors and dowels, sandpaper, wood glue, shop carts, and everything in between. Exclusive product lines such as Lux LED lighting and Slido door hardware ensure that every project you create is built to last. Learn more at hafla.com.
Yeah, and shout out to Ed and Rich.
Yeah, I just got off the phone with Rich. Had to get some slides. Needed some 15-inch slides. That was the thing that I forgot to order over the weekend. Sometimes when you realize that you're forgetting something, sometimes you actually find out what it is. Whereas sometimes you just live the rest of your life in mystery.
Yeah, you don't know.
Anyway, I'm trying to keep my whistle wet.
Yeah, and that's not a euphemism.
No. Where the hell's my cell phone? There it is. Yeah. So, let's see what we got.
Yeah. Reach into the bag.
Excuse me. Oh. I coughed and my face cramped.
Pulled the muscle.
We got one here from NB Wood Finery on Instagram. Question for the pod. Do you guys use a combination blade on the table saw or switch it out when ripping hardwoods and cutting plywood? I've tried the combo blades, Forest Woodworker 2, but didn't like the higher tooth count for solid woods. Thanks. I'm pretty sure his name is Nick.
Well, we got 3 saws.
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
Well, we had 2, so it's not that. We got 50% more saws now.
So everybody's got a dedicated purpose.
Yeah. We've yet to put a crosscut blade on the saw stop.
Yeah.
So we have, I think we have on the unisaw is like probably a 40 tooth combo blade, right?
Mm-hmm,
and then I think on the saw stop we have that 50 tooth combo blade.
Yeah.
And then on the slider we have a 100 tooth double face laminate blade.
Yeah. But it's a good question because that's what you're faced with. We used to change blades.
Yeah. But yeah, for the most part we would keep the
combo for
combo
hardwoods.
for all woods, yeah, and then plywood double face laminate blade for plywood.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to use the Woodworker 2 a lot. I especially liked it when I had, excuse me, it's catching.
Yeah.
When I started with the contractors saw, they had a thin curve, that company.
Yep.
It was, those are good for underpowered saws.
I like the woodworker too. I found that they were just sort of overpriced. You could get the same or more blade for less money. They were kind of like leaning on the branding a little bit, the reputation as, you see it in fine woodworking as top, whatever. But the Everlast blades, I'll be honest, I don't think they could be beat for, in terms of price and performance.
Yeah, bang for buck. Those things are awesome.
We'll see. Tools Today, I think, is thinking about sending us an Amana.
Well, then, we're going to, we switch allegiances.
Yeah, we'll just drop Everlast like a hot potato.
We'll make adjustments.
Yeah. We have an Amana non-ferrous metal blade. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's not like we don't use the product.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
almost all the shaper tooling, aside from the Freeborn stuff, is Amana.
Yeah, we have tons.
Actually, all of it is Amana and Freeborn.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I hope that answers your question. I mean, it would be the 40 tooth is pretty good with ripping. Like, we don't get a lot of binding or burning or anything like that. No. I think if you keep it sharp, it's a decent rip blade. You can go down to like a 24 tooth and still get you get a nice clean cut. I think that people make the mistake of thinking that a 24 tooth ripping blade is going to give you not a clean rip. It's not really the case. It has everything to do with direction of the grain. So you get a really clean cut with a 24 tooth blade. But again, if you have a 40 tooth and it's sharp and clean, then you should be getting a really good rip with that too.
Yeah, and if your tools are set up, your machines are set up really nice, and you keep nice fluid motion, I mean, that helps too.
Yeah.
With burning and things.
Yeah, I mean, we're also not using, like, all the wood has been jointed and everything, so it's nice and flat. It's not like you're pushing curved pieces of wood through the table saw.
Oh, yeah. God, no.
So let's see. What do we got next?
What kind of tea you drinking there?
I'll be honest, I don't remember, and I can't tell because I can't taste it. This is from Michael Lubacz. Hope I'm saying that right. Lubacz. Lubax?
CZ?
Yeah.
Huh.
Let's say that's pronounced with an X. No?
I don't know. I mean, there was a CZ motorcycle when I was growing up.
Lubach? Well, sorry, Mike, because I'm probably butchering it one way or another. I think he might be a local guy. I recognize the name from Instagram. Hello, gents. How about a shop storage question? I've been primarily a power tool user for many years, but have started building a hand tool collection over the last 2 or 3. I'm finding the hybrid approach more to my liking and feel. It's certainly improved the quality of my projects with the ability to fine-tune the fit and piece. Now, being the proud owner of quality chisels, a few hand planes, scrapers, and so on, most of the tools are in a toolbox drawer. I want to get these commonly used items out of the drawer and in reach, but I find myself starting to plan and build tool holders or storage solutions only to scrap it and move on to something else because I get lost in how simple or complex to make it. I need to just shut up and do it. I know this. In your opinions, when you need a storage solution, do you just make what's basic and functional and after some use, fine-tune or remake when it's needed? Or do you spend time laying everything out and aiming for a one-and-done build? Quick and simple plywood holders on a wall or something a little nicer from project scraps? What do you guys like to do in these situations? Thanks, Mike.
That's another good question.
Yeah.
I'll interject, and I did look up, and CZ is pronounced like CH in cherry.
Lubach.
Yeah, so unless his name's been anglicized.
Like Sirio. Matthew Sirio. We think you're saying your name wrong.
Yeah. And my name even, Barone.
Yeah.
You know. So, yeah, we destroy all the names. Welcome to America. Now,
Yeah.
let us fix your name so that we can all say it.
All right, you go first. I gotta catch my breath.
Well, I think back in the earlier days, when we had more time, we found a lot of joy in making something cool out of hardwood, and you have a nice place to put it, and like the tool chest thing, like on the wall, all that stuff is really cool. It's just it's not practical as far as the time that it takes.
Yeah. I'm kind of with Mike where I overanalyze. Like I've wanted to build a nice tool cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought like the System X or whatever it is, pegboard that has the 5/16 threaded holes, which was nice. And I thought I was going to do a bunch of stuff with that. But again, it's like I don't want to underthink it or overthink it and then spend a bunch of time doing something that's either going to be, become overly complicated, or it's not going to serve the function that it's supposed to. And then I wasted all this time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, now it's kind of just like cobble something together and live with it, until you can't. And then maybe you came up with an idea that's good enough to then version 2 is going to be that much better.
Yeah, I think by necessity, these things have to go through stages because, you build it and you use it, and it's like the shop. I mean, goes through those progressions, and and then you find out, well, this doesn't work, or boy, this would be really good if I just changed this a little bit.
I mean, you could never build a tool cabinet and it be that's it.
Yeah.
If you did, you might as well stop woodworking because it means that, you're not progressing as a woodworker.
Yeah. I kind of like those mechanics tool chests. They're pretty cool. They roll around. I could see something like that with that Kaizen foam in there.
Yeah.
It
seems
of course,
like blasphemy though for like hand planes.
It eliminates the joy of building something and
just the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Mountaintop Joiner Shop. He's got some fantastic plane tills and stuff.
Yeah, I always wonder how heavy those things are. Like, when people make not the wall-mounted version, but sort of like the tool chest version.
Yeah.
Those things gotta weigh a ton.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried a long time ago. I tried making like a prototype box, out of plywood and stuff like that. And it was so impractically heavy to move around by myself, I scrapped the whole idea.
For like installs?
Yeah.
No, that's...
I thought I would be taking this and that and the other thing, and it was a cold bucket of water learning experience.
That's what sustainers are for.
Yeah. Even the sustainers get heavy.
Oh yeah,
and they're almost
weigh nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing to them.
Yeah.
But I think given the right amount of time, I would really enjoy working on something like that. Like, making the bench, making drawers, making auxiliary things.
Oh, yeah.
But that's sort of like almost a year-long project in my mind, where you're just tinkering.
Yeah. I think as a professional, that kind of stuff is very hard to bring yourself to do.
That's a retirement thing.
I mean, listen, if I get a Saturday where I don't have to be here working on actual work, that's the thing, too. I'm going to come here and then stare at work that has to get done while I'm working on some shit to hold my chisel.
Yeah. I always found it was sort of like a break back when I was working by myself, I'd go in on Saturday and it'd clear my head.
Yeah.
Just to get away from the work.
No, there's no escaping the work.
No, it's
the only way to escape it is to get it done.
Yeah, it's waiting for you. But I found that I enjoyed, having like a side project.
Yeah. Yeah, it depends on the workload, I guess.
Yeah.
Right now, there's no
room for that.
Mentally, for me at least, there's no room for any side projects. What the hell was I going to say? Like, I'm on version 2 of Chisel Holder. I had version 1, which was, I forget what. I think it was made out of cherry. Now I'm on version 2, it's made out of walnut. And I made changes that made it better.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's just one of those things where, and it's like the tyranny of the urgent, where there's always something that has to get done that's more important than having your chisels in a fancy little thing,
I wish I had a place to put my drivers.
Yeah.
Forget about the hand tools.
Yeah, my bench is just crammed full of shit right now.
The stuff that I really use every day.
Yeah, mine are just sitting in the tool well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's my chisels are just sitting on a shelf. You open up the door and they're just sitting in there.
Mine are stabbed into a piece of foam, and they're under in that space between the bench top and the cabinet where the dogs go. When
we're doing casework and stuff like that, there's almost no call for them, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because we're doing plywood casework. We're not building like a repro piece of furniture or anything like that. Every now and again, gets called in. But usually it's casework, face frames, machine joinery. But I like the shoulder plane for cleaning up the, mortise and tenon joint. But other than that, I don't reach for a hand tool too often.
Yeah, not a ton.
So, thank you for that question.
Yeah. Let's see. What do we got? Here is one from Matthew Erb. Got a question for your next Q&A regarding figured wood. How do you decide when to incorporate figure into your designs? Do you apply it based off of a specific style, client request, designer spec, or personal whims? When would you avoid using figured wood in a piece, and how picky are you when selecting clear stock?
Yeah, you want to take it first?
To be honest, we really don't use, we haven't used like a figured wood. Like, we get wood comes in that is figured, but we haven't like specified a figured wood on a project. Unless I'm misremembering.
Yeah, I don't remember. In the past I've done, 5 or 6 jobs where it was spelled out, but it was something that you had to present and sell to the client, right, in a sense. It's like, here's the design, and for these panels we're going to use
bird's eye maple.
Right. And most people, they don't really want that.
Yeah.
At least the clientele that we're running into, they want something a little bit tamer, as I'll say, and more linear and symmetrical, and
less organic and more sort of crammed into a box.
Mm-hmm.
Guys like Bliss, like he uses a lot of tiger maple, he uses a lot of bird's eye maple, and it fits with those reproduction
Oh yeah.
style. That maybe they're not actual reproductions, but those reproduction style, those period style pieces.
Period style. That's the way to put it, I think.
We're not doing veneer work with sunbursts and stuff like that, or framed burl with piping and stuff like that. It's just, or string inlay. It's I don't know. It's just not really something that we have gotten into.
No, I mean, we do a lot of book matching and what would you call it, like grain matching, where we're cutting the doors out of a larger piece so that when the doors close, you could see the
just grain matching, I guess.
So we do take that sort of care, but create some balance in the piece. But yeah, it's not something we've been asked to do, actually.
No, I mean, most people don't have the stomach for the price of real wood anyway. You can use figured veneer, which is very common because obviously it's cheaper than using solid wood.
Yeah, I mean, in the past when I've done it, I used to go through a lot of wood because you get really finicky, and like the trying to match up like two doors sometimes can be a task. Yeah, this one's a little darker. This one, the figure goes this way. The figure on this one's going the other way. Yeah, so it can be pretty costly. And I didn't have, a nice wide belt sander back then either.
Yeah.
So sometimes, and I was running straight knives. This is way back in the Stone Age. So there's more problems there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then really you got figured wood, like you're going to want to do a scraped finish or a plain finish because otherwise you're dulling out the figure. It's just like a whole other sector of woodworking, really.
Yeah. There's lots of little tricks and things like that to go along with that. Did we answer, everything in his question?
Yeah, I'd say the short answer is we really just don't do it. Sort of just by happenstance.
Yeah. How you holding up?
Oh, fine. Well, as I just smack into the microphone. Let's see. Oh, we got one here from a patron.
Oh, it's always nice to hear from the patrons.
Yeah, Chris Larson, a.k.a. Midnight Maker. Oh, geez. Question for the podcast. As a fledgling YouTuber, is it acceptable to say your video is sponsored by a company even though it isn't? I know it's a lie, but is it a victimless crime that may help real sponsors feel more comfortable sponsoring future videos? The unsuspecting company gets free advertising, and my channel might become a larger part of my side hustle. Thoughts? I know you guys are going to say no, but I'd like the devil's advocate debate. I do have some videos that are truly sponsored and have some future deals to follow through with, if that helps. Well, thanks for writing in, Chris.
That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Is there really a benefit? Let's first off think about it. Is there really a benefit saying this video is sponsored by DeWalt Tools?
Yeah, I think it brings
legitimacy.
I think it brings an air of legitimacy. Yeah.
Okay.
Especially if it's a brand that people respect. Well, the first part of the question is it acceptable to say your video is sponsored by a company even though it isn't? I'd say no.
Yeah, I would say that's kind of a lie, so that we wouldn't get behind that.
Yeah, it's definitely misleading.
Right, like what we said, this podcast is sponsored by Mercedes-Benz. Did you know that Mercedes-Benz gives us vehicles to drive? I don't know. Does that
Well, yeah, you don't even have to take it that far. I mean, even just saying it's sponsored when it's not.
Yeah.
Victimless crime? I don't know.
Let's see.
Depends on how you define victim, you know?
Yeah.
Do you have to be actually harming someone in some way? Like, whether it be physically, monetarily, emotionally, whatever?
Well, is misleading a listener? Are they victims?
I mean, I would say so.
Like, you're saying, wow, this guy's got some credibility. He's got something going on. Look who's sponsoring him. He must know what he's doing. Otherwise, they wouldn't sponsor him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the more you dive into it, doesn't really seem victimless.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be like if you were let's say you were a basketball, like you ran a basketball camp.
Oh, there's okay.
And then, you know, you have like whatever, you go to schools or something. I don't know. What the hell am I trying to say here? You go to places and you're like, yeah, you know, I played for the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or I went to, you know, I played for the North Carolina Tar Heels with Michael Jordan.
And did you know that LeBron James endorses my camp?
Yeah. It's, you know, well, I guess, you know, there you're getting paid by people, so it's a little bit different, but I wonder what a more realistic analogy would be.
Yeah, so it's an interesting tack to take. Like, I wouldn't think of doing something like that. Like, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there's plenty of liars out there on YouTube, so don't feel too bad, Chris. You could just go for it.
As far as the shenanigans going on out there, that's pretty tame.
Yeah. I mean, some people make a career out of just lying about, you know, what they know.
Right. He's not misrepresenting what he knows.
Right.
So it's not terrible.
No. But I do feel like it almost sorry, moving the microphone. We got to get shock mounts for these things. It almost cheapens what you do know, you know? Because if you were to be found out,
yeah,
that would be like, what's this guy's deal? You know, he was saying he was sponsored by Lee Valley, and he wasn't.
Yeah, that's where like the cover up. What happens like when politicians get caught doing stuff?
Oh yeah, it was like with Nixon with Watergate. They said the cover up was worse than the crime.
Yeah, you know, so it might seem trivial, but when you get found out, and you will get found out.
Yeah. Well, now you really can't do it. Because now all these people know.
Yeah.
Did we say Chris Midnight Maker? That's not who wrote that in. That was somebody else.
Noontime Maker.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I would just hold out for the videos that have a real sponsor.
Yeah. That'll be sweeter.
I'd say, you know, if you want to talk about, just maybe talk in the video about a sponsor that you're working on getting or that you'd like to get, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's engaging for the viewers. And they'll feel invested in sort of your whole journey as a YouTuber, you know?
Yeah.
They grow with you.
That's a good idea.
So hopefully that answers your question. We got one here from Marjuk El Alahi. Hi, dear. I hope this message finds you well. My name is Marjuk, and I'm an experienced Facebook advertising specialist with a proven track record in the furniture industry. With over 3 years of experience, I'm confident that my knowledge and expertise can help your business achieve its goals. Oh, wait, this is just an advertisement that we got.
What about our Dun & Bradstreet number?
Specializes in creating customized advertising strategies that are tailored to your business and reach your target audience effectively. I don't even know how anybody gets this email address. We got one here from our buddy Chris Canor. Was actually talking to Chris today on Clubhouse. I'm probably too late for a question of the month, but I want you guys to know how much I appreciate your knowledge and how good season 2 was. I learned a lot each week. I also appreciate your discount codes. Does having these really make an impact on your show? While I know a 15% code to a vendor, Bits and Bits, is great, does it really help you? I'm forwarding an email I got back from Bits and Bits after I inquired about the code not working. You can see the note I put in with my full price order. The next day, I received this refund notification. I hope this helps you guys. Keep up the good work. CK, my personal email. You're lucky to have it. Yeah, so Chris ordered from Bits and Bits. And he wrote in, I tried using American Craftsman code for 15% off. Can you adjust my order? Those guys do a good job of promoting you, CK. And they actually, honored the coupon code, even though we're no longer working with Bits and Bits.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah, so they honored it, which is really nice.
Yeah.
So the question is, does having these really make an impact on your show? Well, I know a 15% code to a vendor is great. Does it really help you? I mean, the long and short of it is Bits and Bits was a sponsor of the show. So, they would get an ad read, and part of the whole thing is, to have an ad is good, but they want to entice people, obviously, to go to the website and buy something. So,
yeah.
In order to do that, they, give you a personalized coupon code, which was American Craftsman, and they hope that it, drives people to the site.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the coupon code itself, whether people went to Bits and Bits and bought stuff or not, we still got compensated for the ad because it was in the show no matter what.
Right.
So the coupon code itself, no, I mean, they're really it's like a multi-layer question, I guess. For Bits and Bits, no. For vesting, yes, like we're affiliates with vesting. So we see direct affiliate commission from every sale that uses the coupon code American Craftsman.
Yeah.
So Myoderm and vesting, we're affiliates. Myoderm, we should take it down because last time I reached out, I didn't even hear from them. So who knows if, what's going on with them.
Yeah, I wonder what's going on, if they're still in business or...
I don't know.
Myoderm.
We've been over here scratching and tweaking because we haven't had any Myoderm.
Yeah, we need our Myoderm fix. No, they still got their website up. Still listed at GNC.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we didn't really perform well for them, you could say. And they don't want to deal with us anymore. But, at least answer my email.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it gives them a way to sort of gauge how our listeners respond to us. And
yeah, it's a way to measure the return on investment for the ad. That's why 3M, we were working with 3M, there was a personalized link. So anytime somebody clicked on that link, they knew that they came to the 3M website because of the podcast. Similar thing, just a little bit less high tech.
Yeah. That's an interesting question too. It's very good.
Yeah.
A little peek behind the curtain.
Yeah. Let's see. We have a comment that came in. It's from our buddy Dave Vitamin. Robin Jeff, I heard you recently made 1,000 salt cellars and thought congratulations were in order. Not only is salt a nuanced topic, but teaching 1,000 people to market and sell salt as a profession is a formidable task. And yet he has sellers.
S-E-L-L-E-R.
The world is a tastier place with Greene Street's army of salt sellers. It's nice to see Jeff putting his restaurant experience to good use. And Rob.
Yeah.
Thank you, David.
Oh.
He's always got a clever...
A witticism.
Yep. Yeah, so we'll be making 500 more in pretty soon. I mean, I got to check in with Okuch. We should be getting that pretty soon.
Yes, the wood.
Yeah, because I ordered that, let's see. Ordered that inboxes, Okuch, January 26th.
What's today? The 2nd? Is today Groundhog Day?
Yeah.
I wonder if Puxatawny Phil saw his shadow.
I don't know. Allie sent me this before, though. I just opened and read. A New Jersey councilwoman shot and killed in possible targeted attack outside her home.
Wow. What city?
Oh, shit. Sayreville. That's right down the street.
Yeah.
Well, it's crazy.
What does it say?
Dwumfor was inside her white SUV when she was shot Wednesday night. Officials said she sustained multiple gunshot wounds and was pronounced dead at the scene.
Holy shit.
Lived in the townhouse complex where she was killed. The motive for the shooting was not immediately disclosed. Police did not say if a suspect was identified or an arrest had been made.
That's some serious stuff.
Yeah, I didn't I didn't realize it was Sayreville. That's like, I mean, from here, only like 4 towns, something like that.
15 minutes. I mean, that's it.
Let's see. I don't see anything about Groundhog's Day.
Oh, it's got to be like top news.
Not on Reddit.
You got to look into the...
Punxsutawney Phil predicts 6 more weeks of winter.
Oh, shit.
This stupid groundhog's never done. Never right. Here we go.
The movie?
Quebec groundhog dies before making Groundhog Day prediction. Here's another headline. Same story. Instead of predicting length of winter, groundhog simply dies.
Aw.
Fred is dead in Quebec. Willie and Sam at odds over spring's arrival. Canadian groundhog Fred La Marmotte found dead before Groundhog Day.
He's a marmot.
Oh my God. Fred is dead in Quebec. That's funny. Groundhog Day tragedy. Canada's Punxsutawney Phil. Anyway, we got 6 more weeks of winter. It's been so mild.
I know. It's going to get freezing cold.
Yeah. Yeah. Saturday's going to be 7, I think.
Yeah, tomorrow night and Saturday.
Yeah. So, when Matthew Serio was here a couple weeks ago, he brought us 2 sealed envelopes. This one says, question of the month, to be open while recording, not before, on your honor. And then envelope number 2, to be opened only after answering the question on air. So we've been holding on to these for 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
We haven't peaked. So let's see. We're going to open them up. This is the last question. I feel bad cutting through a sticker.
You can hear the envelope actually opening.
Got some thick duct tape on there.
Yeah. What's the paragraph?
To my good sirs at Greene Street Joinery, I apologize for need for insured honesty, but it is for your own protection and the integrity of your podcast. By sealing this question in a tamper-proof envelope, it ensures that your listeners get a true reading of your vast knowledge of joints. Since you are Greene Street Joinery, I would like you to demonstrate that you can live up to your name by listing for us as many different types of joints as you can without searching the internet on your honor, and then identify which you feel is the strongest. After you are done, you may open the envelope too to see how you fared. Enjoy. Yours truly and sincerely, Matthew Serio, known in your circles as Arciano Serio. Or Serio.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to have to open a little document to keep track.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to move the microphone a little bit. Who was it? Keith told me that this, I was like, man, I told him about the envelope thing. I was like, what the hell could be in there? I'm like, last time it was about killing homeless people with Taylor Swift. But Keith assured me that it was not that type of question.
Taylor Swift with the candlestick.
Let's see. Pages
in the dining room.
All right. Joints. I mean, we'll start off with the easiest one.
The butt joint?
Shout out to Ed Johns. Butt joint. Then we got a miter.
Yeah. Half lap.
Half lap. Bridle.
Yeah. Of course, mortise and tenon.
Mortise and tenon.
Dovetail.
Dovetail.
Well, can we go like through tenon? Half blind dovetail? Things like that? Peg tenon?
Yeah, I feel like that's getting a little too... Because there could be an infinite variations on those things. We got a houndstooth dovetail. We got a sunrise dovetail. We got an inlaid dovetail. We got a mitered dovetail, a half blind dovetail, a full blind dovetail, a through dovetail.
All right. What about a rabbit?
Rabbit joint. RABBET for those of you out there who didn't know that.
Dado. Is that considered a joint?
I think that'd be a tongue and groove.
Yeah, there you go, tongue and groove. Shiplap? Is that the same as lap? Half? No, that's
wouldn't that just be a type of a rabbit joint?
Yeah.
Just like a different configuration.
Yeah.
What's the joint called where you just lay two pieces of wood kind of near each other and then you fill the middle with epoxy?
The river joint.
River joint? We're putting that. That counts. I bet you don't have that on there, Serio.
Oh. Scarf?
Scarf joint.
Oh, man.
There's probably some super obvious ones that we're forgetting.
Yeah. Let's see. Finger?
Oh, yeah. Finger joint.
I guess you can't use lock miter if you got miter.
Yeah, I was just thinking about a lock miter, but I guess, yeah. I mean, again, you're getting into semantics or specifics.
What do you call that drawer joint that's sort of like you ever see it's a rabbit bit set that makes drawer boxes, and it's kind of like a lock miter, but it's like like you ever see it like one side kind of hooks onto the other?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I'm really fishing now, but I've seen like those router bit sets.
It's like a rabbit, but it has like a little tongue on it.
Yes,
too.
yes,
It's perpendicular
like,
to the thing.
Grabs on there.
Yeah.
Sliding dovetail.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I put it on there. I feel like that's specific enough.
Yeah. What about something with a peg? What about yeah, like if you're doing like if you're putting in one of those draw bores or whatever, isn't that? I mean, it's
a mortise and tenon though.
Yeah.
With a draw bore.
Okay. I'm running dry.
Yeah, that's why I'm bad at like stuff like Scrabble, because I think, and then my mind just goes blank.
Herringbone? No, that's a pattern.
Yeah. How thick is this second envelope? Well, I guess you could fit a lot on one piece of paper.
Yeah.
Are we tapping out?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So we got butt joint, miter, half lap bridle, mortise and tenon, dovetail, rabbit, tongue and groove, river joint, scarf, finger joint, sliding dovetail, plus all the things we didn't write down, like the half blind dovetail, the full blind dovetail, the miter dovetail, the pegged mortise and tenon, the tusk mortise and tenon with a tusk, all that.
Yeah, all the different kinds of lap joints. Oh, what about the? See, it's another miter, like the three. Like when you join the miter in the corner.
Oh, castle joint. Castle joint, yeah, three-way miter. But yeah, I mean,
there's a lot of variations on the basics. It's like you have the mother sauces.
Right.
So we're going to have to discount the numbers of the repetitive ones in there.
Oh, man. I see like 30 or 40 on here.
Yeah. But joinery is another word for like fabricating furniture, not jointery.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
93. I thought it was going in this direction. I gotta reset my chair for this one. Oh my god. I had a feeling.
Tongue in cheek.
Here is my research on the topic of joints and which one I consider the strongest. Number 1, Asian Fantasy. Number 2, 007 Kush. Number 3, Blue Haze. Number 4, Cherry Kush. Number 5, Exodus. Number 6, Kryptonite OG. Number 7, Memphis Belle. Number 8, 2010. Number 9, Bubba Kush. Number 10, Chocolope. What is that, like a chocolate cantaloupe?
Can't be a chocolate antelope.
11, Flaming Dragon. Wow, you smoke some of this stuff, it might be. 11, Flaming Dragon. Number 12, LA Confidential. Number 13, Mercury OG. Number 14, Bull Rider. 15, Cotton Candy Kush. 16, Grape Ape. 17, Lamb's Bread. 18, Michael Phelps. 19, Be Real OG 2.0. 20, Burmese Kush. 21, Cream OG. 22, Hawaiian. 23, Lemon Skunk crossed with OG number 18. 24, Michael Phelps Choice OG. 25, just called Obama. 26, Martian Candy. 27, Hero Juana. 28, Diablo OG Kush. 29, Cali Gold. 30, Betsy. 31, Big Wrench. 32, Canna Clinic OG. 33, Don Cristo. Hold on, folks. We're only a third of the way through. 34, Hindu Kush. 35, Master Kush. 36, OG Afghani. 37, Bloom Kush. 38, Casey Jones. 39, Durban Poison. 40, Hindu Skunk. 41, Master's Mistress. 42, Organic X J13.
That's one name?
Yeah. I don't know if that's a cross or like a X, like a hybrid. I don't know. 43, Platinum Jack. 44, Matanuska Mist. Matanuska Mist. 45, Ja OG Kush. 46, Electric Perps. 47, Cheese. 48, Blue Dreams Plus. 49, Platinum Ogar Kush. OG? Is that supposed to be OG? 50, Romulan Kush. 51, Super Lemon Haze. 52, Super Silver Haze. 53, Soul Assassin OG Kush. 54, Powertrain. 55, Presidential Bubba Kush. 56, Sour Bubble. 57, Super Skunk. 58, Super Sour NYC. 59, Stinky Pink. 60, Purple Urkel. 61, Purple Gorilla. 62, Strawberry Cough. 63, Super Venom. 64, Tangerine Haze. 65, Strawberry Kush. 66, Purple Princess. 67, Purplicious. 68, Super Christo. 69, Venom OG. 70, White Diamond. 71, Super GOP. 72, Red Hair Mistress. 73, Acapulco Gold. 74, you probably remember that from the 70s. 74, Blue Dream. 75, Sour Diesel. 76, Granddaddy Purple. 77, Maui Wowie.
Heard of that too.
78, Golden Goat. 79, Northern Lights. 80, White Widow. 81, Super Silver Haze. Wait a minute, that was on here already. That was 52 and 81. Cereal. What are you smoking?
We call foul.
82, Pineapple Express. 83, Fruity Pebbles. 84, Nova OG. 85, Pink Starburst. 86, Chiquita Banana. That come from the Banana Wars. 87, King Tut. 88, Bruce Banner number 3. 89, Gorilla Glue number 4. 90, Blissful Wizard. 91, Girl Scout Cookies. 92, Grease Monkey. 93, Godfather OG. THC of 36%. In my opinion, the strongest by far.
I want to know what's the difference between Grape Ape and Purple Gorilla.
Yeah. There's also Gorilla Glue. Number 4.
He just can't be trusted.
Yeah. Now, I'm not a pot smoker, at least not in this current date and time, or for quite some time. But I recognize a lot of these names. Grape Ape. Stinky Pink. Oh,
some
you
good
got
names on that list.
You got a Cereal. How did I know that it was going to go in that direction? Because like the third word in the letter was joints.
He couldn't be serious.
Yeah.
Cereal.
I would like to demonstrate that you can live up to your name by listing for us as many different types of joints as you can. Well, I think we got more in the wood joints than we would have in the other kind of joints.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Serio. It was no serio.
Yeah. We're going to have him back on to elaborate on his...
yeah. I wonder if he was able to do that all from memory.
Yeah.
That would be quite the feat.
That's a lot of research.
Especially him being a PK.
Well, you know, they sound pretty progressive. It might get away with that.
Yeah, that's true.
I like those Catholics.
Of which we are non-practicing members.
You can't smoke pot and be a Catholic, but you can have a crippling alcoholism that you just, only engage in the evening.
Oh, God.
As long as it's after work, you can drink as much as you want.
Yeah, you got to get up and get to work.
That's right. and fill the, when that plate goes around,
Yes.
you put in your fair share.
10%.
Well, that's all the questions we got, which that's a pretty good amount.
Yeah.
Sounds like our call to action has been answered.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Believe me.
Let me see. I got to go in here and archive all of these so that I don't read them next time.
Now, we got a lot of good questions. It's not going to be a runaway, I don't think. We'll discuss it, but
I was just about to say we should have just given Serio 2 glasses last time he was here. He's got it for a full set.
Yeah.
Service for 12.
Yeah. Yeah, we might have to start giving away 2 at a time.
Yeah.
Save on postage.
We'll just have to have him back in 10 weeks. We'll just give him the full set.
There you go.
Well, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, we do appreciate it.
Yeah. Tell your friends about the show. Don't forget to write in.
Check out heyfula.com.
Yeah. Yeah, all that good stuff. Leave a review if you feel so inclined. You're going to hear this roll. This spiel runs in the post roll. But you're going to hear it twice, or you could probably just turn. You can just skip that part this week.
Yeah,
but you probably skip it anyway.
Yeah, it's like the commercials. You get up, go get a snack.
Yeah, that's why we give Hayflow the live reading every week, because we slip it in. Can't escape it. So yeah, leave a review. Join the Patreon if you want. Follow us on Instagram,
and we'll talk to you next week.
Yeah. All right. Later on.
Ciao.
As always, Rob and I thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. If you want to help support the podcast, you can leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. You can join our Patreon, or you can use one of our affiliate links in the podcast description for vesting finishes or Myoderm CBD pain relief cream. Again, we appreciate your support. Thanks for tuning in.